Welcome back to my channel. This is Jacqueline Edwards, and as always, I am so delighted that you are here. Thank you so much for watching the videos, for sharing the content. It truly matters to me. I appreciate you. So, I have some exciting news. I have both of my books now available on the Barnes& and Noble platform. This is my first book I published. It is Period Pain, Discover a Secret Path to Inner Strength. And this book was inspired by reading Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now. It was inspired by reading Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now, and my memoir, Mumzai, Trapped in the Mind of a Child. Both are now available on Barnes& and Noble and Amazon. So both platforms have this book. So please go out and support me. I thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So now let's get into today's topic. I'm super excited because I got up this morning and I was just really thinking about you. And I was really contemplating and thinking. I didn't want to go too ahead of myself without really giving you some context, right? So the first question I want to ask, or just have you think about, is have you identified what kind of fruit tree you are? Have you identified what kind of fruit tree you are? And what I love about the Bible is so not literal, right? Some of the stories are not literal. When the Bible says you are like a tree planted by the river, it's hard to even fathom, like, I'm a tree, like a tree planted by the river that will produce fruit in a season. But the thing is, we have to be able to use our imagination, to use our senses and understand or even question, well, God, what do you mean? What do you mean? And for me, my fascination to trees was really intriguing because it took me now to question, what is it about these trees? What is it about these trees that God is saying you're like a tree that will produce fruit in its season? And so as I really start to reflect on the trees, I realize that I am no different from these trees. These trees are persevering. They have been going through so much trauma. They are going through hot sun. They're going through lots of hurricanes and storms. We're going through earthquakes that threaten them. You know, there's so much that they go through. So they are no different from you and I. We're still standing. After all we have been through, we're still standing. What causes that? Because of the inner strength, our inner ability, the core on the inside is so strong that it helps us to persevere. But you know, when we look at the trees, and not just any trees, because the Bible said it is a fruit tree, not just any tree, not just any tree, but it's something that we're carrying that's really so strong on the inside, you know. And even the trees, the strongest part of the trees is the inner core, the vascular bundles, right? So when we look at that, we realize that there's something inside of our inner being is so strong. It's just like the trees. It's the information that's carrying the seed. It's the potency of the seed. It's everything that's in the characteristics of the seed, the ingredients of the seed that is so strong, and it's really just propelling that tree that you need to survive because I have a purpose. So, you know, when we look at it and we read the Bible, do we ask ourselves, well, God, since you say I'm like a fruit tree, I need to find out, well, what kind of tree am I and what am I carrying? And so that was one of my breaking points. When I read the Bible, I read it with such a mind of a child with so much curiosity. And because of my earlier experience as a child growing up in the country and studying the fruits and the trees, I start to realize the common ground, the commonality that I had with trees, that I have survived. I have survived. No matter where I am, I have survived, and I'm still surviving, and I'm still just thriving, right? But it gets even more exciting because there's something I'm carrying that I want to see who I will become. I want to see. And so when we look at trees, there's so much information, so much wisdom that we can get from fruit trees, that no matter what they go through, no matter where they are, they still have something. They still have to continue to persevere and to push so that they can produce and to really deliver to the world what the intention was. And so it's the same thing with us. We have something so dear, so beautiful, so tasty on the inside of us that we have to now persevere and push to get it out. So I want to leave that with you today. Have you identified what kind of tree you are, what kind of fruit you have become, and what other things are inside of you that is so strong, that is propelling you to go on? And if you haven't identified it, we will work on that together in the next videos and the next videos to come, because I really want to inspire you and to open your eyes that you have done so much already. No matter where you find yourself, just like these trees outside dealing with the hot sun, it's getting hotter. We're dealing with, hurricanes, they're getting stronger. We're dealing with so much earthquakes. We're dealing with so much, but we're still here. We're still surviving, and we are going to thrive. We're going to thrive. So I pray that this message bless you. I pray that, God will just continue to bless and keep you and make his face to shine brightly upon you. Until next time, take good